Hey guys, long time no talk. I wanted to kill two birds with one stone this morning and do a little get ready with me slash how are things going. So I know I disappeared for a little while. I've been too busy living my really great sober life. Today is day 72 since I have been off of Suboxone. And if you've ever sent me a message saying I was cute, this is what I actually look like before a pound of makeup. So I'm gonna make this really quick because there's not really a lot that happens once you get to like the 30, 40, 50 day mark. The only thing that has not returned to normal is my digestive system. I still do not have much of an appetite most of the time. And I still throw up a lot, I get nauseous a lot. I take Zofran for that. Yeah, and being sober is one of the most fantastic choices that I've ever made in my entire life. I used to own a CBD company, so I was very much in the cannabis industry and believed that cannabis healed, but for me, it is a gateway to things that I need not to be involved with. So I stopped smoking completely. It no longer brought me relief. It brought me extreme anxiety, which could have happened because of the fierce hallucinations I had while detoxing. It could be a number of things, but whatever. Either way, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke marijuana, I don't take anything but psych meds, which are still Lexapro, lithium, and I take Klonopin now for extreme anxiety now after coming off of Suboxone. I like to call it my invisible to-do list. I am always worried that I am not getting enough done, that my life does not have enough purpose. I have makeup all over this robe. This is my makeup robe. Yeah, so I use everything as prescribed, nothing more. And I'm feeling fantastic. It's day 72. I made it through hell. But what I'd like to say is, if you are in hell, why stay there? So for me, going all the way through with being sober meant that I needed to give up every single thing and march through hell bravely, with you guys watching me and encouraging me. And I feel fantastic now. There's a lot of people out there who did not consider my 4 years on Suboxone any sort of clean time. Now that I have clarity being off of Suboxone, I understand why. Why at NA we kind of like, oh, well, you've been on Suboxone for a year, are you really clean? No, because you're kind of masking one opiate with another. If you need it to survive, I understand. I needed it for 4 years while I got my shit together and I went to therapy and I figured out what made me do drugs. And what made me do drugs is I have bipolar disorder, and if I do not really pay attention to what I'm doing with my medications and stuff like that, I will relapse. So I take it very seriously. I take my medicine. Oh God, there's a ghost in here. I take my medicine every single morning. I love my routine now. I wake up in the morning and I meditate after getting through such an intense detox. I had a very intense detox, even compared to some people that I know. I feel thankful just to be here. You know, I'm happy just to be here. And I think that's a good attitude. I am currently in school for real estate. I'm about halfway done with my real estate course, and it was an experience. I started maybe a little too soon. I did not have the cognitive ability to pay attention 100% to what was going on in the classes, which thankfully were self-led, so I could repeat them and take better notes, because sometimes my brain fog is very, very intense. I will ask people the same question multiple times and still not retain an answer. I forget people's names. My brain is still going under a lot of construction right now. So Suboxone has been shown to increase swelling in your brain, specifically in your frontal lobe, which is going to affect your memory. And I definitely have that as a side effect. As far as other side effects, like I said, my stomach is still not 100% normal. I still have bowel movements very, very similar to someone who is still taking opiates. I was so backed up for so long that I actually ended up going to the hospital because I thought that something in my body, an organ or something along those lines, was going to burst. And it was actually that I was just full of shit. So I had to come to Jesus and find a way to help myself with that without relying on something else. If you start to take stimulant laxatives, unfortunately you can get addicted to those as well, not mentally, but your body can start to depend on them, and then you will not be able to have a normal bowel movement on your own. So I very much depended on natural remedies, and also Phillips Colon Health. I take it every day. It is a probiotic. A lot of your health begins in your gut. So I now would love to announce to you guys, because Reddit is the weirdest place on fucking earth, that I poop every day. So I'm pretty cool. I'm so thirsty. I have extreme thirst. I'm dehydrated all the time. I get heartburn from water. That's from an unrelated issue that has to do with weight loss surgery I had in the past. I get heartburn from water, but if I chew ice, I'm fine. Weird, right? So from day one to now, I feel like a completely different person. And I know for a lot of you people who have 5-10 years off of opiates, you're going to tell me that I'm just in that pink cloud of happiness and, you know, I want everyone to be sober and everything else, but I don't give a shit what color cloud it is. I feel good. And between meditating and everything else that I'm doing in a day, I am seeking employment. Specifically, I would like to either sell cars again or work in a real estate office so I can sort of pick up on the verbiage, how things work, how a deal works from start to finish. I have always worked in sales previous to being a degenerate. I'm just joking. I hope you guys know my humor by now, that I don't mean anything I say. The funny stuff anyway, the mean stuff. But I feel really, really good. And I just wanted to give an update that if you are going through hell and you are in the beginning of the detox, or you are in a taper, I was in a very slow taper for a whole entire year. So I can tell you it sucks. There's no other way to put it. My therapist, when I finally jumped off on October 1st, said to me the most profound thing I have ever had someone tell me, and it was that the faster that I got to the rock bottom, the faster that I could start climbing back up to the top. So I jumped off at, I think think it was it point, it was like half of a 0.5 or so, I don't even remember now because like I said, brain fog. But either way, it was hard to say the least. I experienced psychosis, I experienced sleeplessness. My sleep is still not 100% normal. I sleep about 5 hours a night, but in all honesty, I didn't sleep that much to begin with. So it's really not that different, and it is starting to go back to normal. I take sleep meds. I do not take a narcotic sleep med. I take like a normal, used to be used as an antidepressant sleep med that I can't think of the name of right now. It might be olanzapine. It might actually be for schizophrenia. I'm not sure what it is, but it knocks you out. And it makes me snore very loudly. And my snore had transformed from a normal snore to a which is terrifying to sleep next to me. My kids have been a huge source of strength. They are proud of me every single day. I am now driving a vehicle again because my response time is good. I'm going out into the world and living and doing things, bringing my kids to the library. It's too cold in North Carolina right now to really do any of my hobbies, which a lot of them are outside, mushroom hunting, going hiking, those kind of things. It's a little too cold right now to do any of that stuff, but I'm having fun regardless. Life is great right now. And what I do want to say is that a relapse begins in your head way before it actually physically happens. I have had some weak moments where I really, especially when my husband had surgery, wanted to abuse medication. And I had to meditate my way through it. I had to explain to myself that all I was going to do was drag myself back down to hell. And I had already been there. I only gave it 1 star on Yelp. Really not interested in doing that again. So, yeah, it's good. I wake up every single morning and I have about half a cup of coffee because I'm 33, so if I drink coffee after 10 a.m., I stay up for the rest of my life. I have started taking apple cider vinegar blueberry tea for my digestive tract as well. I just wanted to make an update because I didn't want anyone to think that I abandoned this project that I call life, but also I know a lot of you were not dependent, but you were looking forward to my advice as to how this was going to go for you because of how it went for me. Everyone's detox is different. You may not hallucinate. You may have a much easier experience if you don't jump off at the dose I did, because you can get down, someone told me, to like micrograms. You can use subblockade. There are other options than doing what I did, but what I did was best for me because now 72 days on the other side, I feel great. I like to wake up and do my makeup every single morning, whether I'm leaving the house or not. I happen to have a interview over Zoom this afternoon. Gotta fake a smile. So that's why I'm doing my makeup right now. And it is like 5 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully it lasts. But I still do grocery pickup. Stores make me nervous. People make me nervous. I've had a lot of pieces of shit reach out to me on Reddit to sell me drugs. I am not interested in traveling down the Silk Road, so if you are interested in selling me drugs, please try someone else, unless it is a magic pill that will turn me into a wizard and I will finally get my Hogwarts letter. Okay, I think I am done. I did cut my hair off, and they say when a woman cuts her hair off, she is going to change her life. So I thought, let's do it. Let's take off all that dead hair. I'm very gentle with my body now. I drink a lot of water. I eat as healthy as I can, which is hard nowadays because every single nutrition fad is a fake label. Crack is gluten-free, so beware of those words that really mean nothing. There we go. I think that's about as good as it gets for today, ladies and gents. But I just wanted to tell you, day 72, I'm doing great. If you're on day 1, if you're on day 2, I'm proud of you. If you are a lifer, just let me know how it's going. I did go and get my recovery tattoo. It is off to the side because I have an arrow here. I could not finish the portion I was going to do, which was either a snake to symbolize the drugs and the hold that it has on you, or I was going to do a vine with thorns on it. But this is if you've never heard of it, it is Datura Inoxia, which will give you the worst trip of your entire life. Please do not do that drug. And of course I have a poppy to signify opioids. So I get to look in this mirror every single day and say, you dumb bitch, stop doing what you're doing. So I got that for my husband got that for me as a gift for getting through hell. And I'm still a brand new baby sober person. So do I know that I'm gonna have a fantastic outcome? I have no idea, but I do know I will keep you guys updated. So at 17 minutes, I'm gonna end this video. Have a fantastic day, and please message me any questions or anything, or just to tell me that my haircut is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very full of myself. I'm just kidding. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.